Nightly News reached out to the Speaker of the National Assembly, Manzoor Nadir, on Tuesday to query the status of the motions, to which he would only reply, and I quote, "Parliament is in recess," end quote. Nightly News persisted with its query to find out from the Speaker of the House whether those motions might come up for debate after Parliament has come out of recess. But he refused to answer, asserting again that, and I quote, "Parliament is in recess," end quote. The Speaker asserted for a third time the same phrase, as this newscast sought to pursue further information regarding the motions. In early July 2021, the Leader of the Opposition, Joseph Harmond, filed two motions of no confidence with the Clerk of the National Assembly, Sherlock Isaacs, against the Ministers of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, and Home Affairs, Robeson Benn, seeking their removal from office as Ministers of Government on the grounds that they have failed to effectively discharge their functions as Ministers of Government. The Prime Minister, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, who is the leader of the government's business in the National Assembly, wasted no time in responding with a no-confidence motion of his own, seeking the removal of the Leader of the Opposition, Joseph Harmond, on the grounds that he has failed to effectively discharge his functions of office. Mid-July, the Minister of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs, Gail Teixeira, while appearing on a televised program on the state television, posited, open quotes, there had been no confidence motions against ministers. 9 times out of 10, they never resigned. They stay with the system because generally those motions are defeated in the first place, because the government group comes together in solidarity and defend their person. Closed quotations. Meanwhile, APNU AFC Member of Parliament and Shadow Minister of Housing, Annette Ferguson, told this newscast sometime in July that the Leader of the Opposition enjoys the full support of his colleague members of Parliament and that it is only by way of Article 184 of the Constitution that the Leader of the Opposition can be removed from office.
It is not for the government to bring a no-confidence motion against the Leader of the Opposition. They have no business there. And as you rightfully put, the Constitution, Article 184, 183, very clear when it comes to the appointment or the election of, or the selection of the opposition leader.
This newscast reached out to the Shadow Minister of Legal Affairs, Royce Ford, on Tuesday afternoon for a comment on those motions. He told this newscast that it seems that the government is engaging in another delay tactic to derail the debate of those motions.
We maintain that the motions are proper and ought to be permitted by the Speaker. We also continue to await the decision of the Speaker on the propriety of the motions. It certainly appears as if there is some conspiracy to delay the debate of these motions.
Ford had told Nightly News in July that the success of those motions does not lie in the passage of them, but rather in the debates emanating from them, which he says would expose the failures of the ministers. Insert.
So we're not filing this only to have it passed and succeeded in the National Assembly, but we're bringing the motion because we want to highlight and underscore the incompetence in relation to these two important areas, the security sector and the health sector.
Reporting for the HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.